Mansa Musa, also known as Kankan Musa, was the ruler of the Mali Empire in the 14th century and is considered one of the richest people in history. Born in 1280, he ascended the throne in 1312 after his predecessor, Bakr II, embarked on an expedition across the Atlantic Ocean. During his reign, Mansa Musa expanded the Mali Empire to include modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Niger, Nigeria, and Mauritania, making it one of the wealthiest and most influential empires in West Africa. The Mali Empire thrived on the gold and salt trade, and its strategic location allowed it to control significant trade routes across the Sahara Desert. One fun fact is that his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 included a caravan of over 60,000 people and camels carrying loads of gold. It was a display of wealth and generosity that the world had never seen before. Another fun fact is that Mansa Musa gave away so much gold on his pilgrimage that it caused a decline in the value of gold in Egypt and the Middle East for over a decade. His generosity didn't stop there. Along the way, he built mosques in every city he visited, ensuring that the Islamic faith would flourish wherever he went. Not only was he generous with his wealth, but he was also a visionary leader who promoted education and culture. He turned the city of Timbuktu into a major center of learning with its famous Sankore University. The Jinga River Mosque in Timbuktu, built by the renowned architect Es Sahili at Musa's request, still stands today as a testament to his legacy. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage was not just a spiritual journey, but also a diplomatic mission. He forged alliances and strengthened ties with other Muslim states, bringing scholars, architects, and artisans back to Mali. This helped to further elevate the empire and cement Timbuktu's reputation as a hub of knowledge. He was so famous that his image appeared on European maps. In the Catalan Atlas of 1375, he is depicted holding a golden scepter and a nugget of gold, symbolizing his immense wealth and power. His depiction helped fuel European interest in Africa's vast riches. Despite the wealth he displayed, Mansa Musa was known for his humility and devotion. He ruled with fairness and justice, following Islamic principles, and ensured that his subjects prospered. After his death in 1337, the Mali Empire began to decline. However, Mansa Musa's legacy as a generous, visionary leader lives on. He left behind a golden age of prosperity and learning that made the Mali Empire one of the greatest in African history. Wealth beyond measure, Mansa Musa's wealth was so vast that it's difficult to quantify in today's terms. Some historians believe he might have been the richest person ever, with an estimated net worth exceeding $400 billion in today's dollars. Impact on architecture. The architecture brought back to Mali by Mansa Musa's architects and artisans led to a distinct blend of Sudano-Sahelian and Islamic styles, which still influence West African architecture today. The world's largest library. At its peak, the Library of Timbuktu housed over 700,000 manuscripts, making it one of the largest libraries in the world at the time. Funding exploration. Mansa Musa's predecessor, Bakr II, is said to have funded 2 massive fleets to explore the Atlantic Ocean, possibly reaching the Americas before Columbus. A devoted family man, despite his wealth and status, Mansa Musa was known for his humility and devotion to his family. He ensured that his children received a good education and were well prepared to continue his legacy. Mansa Musa's story continues to fascinate and inspire people around the world today. Musical influence. Contemporary musicians and artists have celebrated his legacy. From hip-hop lyrics to historical documentaries, Mansa Musa remains a cultural icon representing wealth and philanthropy. Architectural legacy. His influence can still be seen in West African architecture, particularly in the Sudano-Sahelian style that is prominent in mosques and public buildings across Mali and surrounding regions. Economic inspiration. His legendary wealth and generosity have inspired modern-day entrepreneurs and philanthropists, highlighting the importance of giving back to the community. Artistic representation. Artists continue to depict Mansa Musa in various forms, from paintings to sculptures, celebrating his impact on African history. Historical recognition. Recent efforts have been made to include his story in school curricula, ensuring that future generations recognize the significance of his contributions to world history. Today, Timbuktu is remembered for its rich history, and the stories of Mansa Musa's wealth and generosity still captivate the world.